Yo, thank you guys for tuning in to another week of SECZN Live. It's your boy Tez. I got my guy with me, Nick Frazier from Water Cooler Talk Sports. Nick, how you doing today? Oh wow, I don't know what that's about. All right, Nick, how you doing? I think you muted, my guy. Hold on.
Am I muted?
Yeah, there you go. There we go. We got Nick. Nick's got sound. Nick's got sound.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah.
How y'all feeling, man? Y'all doing
How
all
you
right,
doing?
man? Y'all doing all right?
Hey, man, another week in the
Can't
books.
complain, man. Can't complain.
Another week in the books,
another
man.
week in the books.
Rivalry week on the way. How did this weekend treat you, man, as far as football goes?
This was I think I missed on all my bets except for two. If you want to say you bet. If you bet, I missed on all of them except two. This was a very unpredictable weekend. Very unpredictable weekend. I thought Missouri would win that game at Oklahoma. I thought they would. I thought Florida would look better against Tennessee. I really did. I thought Florida would look better against Tennessee because it was back in the swamp. Yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, this was it wasn't a lot of, like, you know, what people would consider marquee games, but no, it was pretty good. I mean, the ones I did, you know, have some action on. I didn't do too well, but it is what it is.
Hey, it be like that sometimes, man.
It'd be like that sometimes.
You never really know, man. So tonight, Nick, we're gonna do something a little different, man. Tonight, normally, the panelists, we go back and forth and we pick whichever teams that get ranked. Tonight, we have it set up to where the members of the Keyboard Collective are going to be able to pick these teams. They're going to be the ones voting, and we're going to talk about them. And so, if you guys look down at the bottom, scrolling at the bottom of the screen, those are the hashtags for the respective teams that you see there. I got it scrolling kind of fast because it's 16 teams. We want to get through them pretty fast so you guys can find the team that you want to vote for. Also, if you are watching on YouTube, there is a link that is pinned in the YouTube comment section. You click that link and you can vote for the appropriate team when that time comes. All right. So there are multiple ways to vote. You can drop the hashtag for the team in the chat, or you can click the link if you're on YouTube and vote that way. If you're watching on X, come on over to YouTube. Give us a subscribe, and that way you can vote, and your vote can be heard too. But if I'm not mistaken, I think your vote will be counted if you hashtag it in X too. I'm not sure. But we'll go ahead and get ready to start getting into that, man. This should be an interesting show, man. Let's check in with some members of the collective real quick just to see what we have going on here. We got D Huggy Beard showing up.
Yes, shout out to the Huggy. Shout out to the Huggy.
We got Tim the Tool Man. What's going on?
What up, Tim the Tool Man? Taylor.
Mike McKinney in the building.
What up, Mike? What's going on, Mike?
All right. And then let's see who else we got in here. Alex Wilder. What's going on?
What's up?
So looks like everybody's having that issue with just showing the at names, not like the whole.
Well, it's not an issue anymore.
Is it not?
I think that's how it's gonna be for. That's a YouTube thing now. So YouTube. So I was watching a couple of videos on that, and so apparently YouTube has decided to go to that because well, what they said was, I'm just putting it in layman's terms. Basically, the names that people will put up there, I guess is what it's called, screen names or something like that.
Yeah.
Like people will be putting stuff up there that's not like, that's like offensive and that's like inappropriate. So now they just reverted back to everybody using just the names and stuff like that. So I was reading that because I was trying to figure out why that was happening. So I found it and I Googled it and I was reading some stuff, read a couple of things, and that's what came back.
That makes sense, man. Leave it to us to mess things up. We can't have nothing. Can't have nothing. Oh man. So let's take a look. First of all, man, if you are watching, like I said, if you're watching on X, come on over to the YouTube channel, give us a subscription, and that way you'll be able to vote in tonight's ranking. Right? Normally we pick the teams, but this is gonna be a little different. We're gonna let you guys pick the teams. All right. And in order to in order to in order to be able to vote in this, you have to be a member of the Keyboard Collective. They're always taking members.
Mhm,
All right, so
mhm.
let's go ahead. All right, yeah. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel. That way you can become a part of the collective. That way you can also let your voice be heard when that time comes. And we're about to go ahead and I don't know why this keeps popping up like that, but we're gonna go ahead and get into this, man. And first of all, chat. If you are in the chat, uh, again, this episode, you guys are gonna be doing all of the voting. All right. And first of all, I got to give you guys the rules because usually I give the rules to the panelists, but this one's right here. This one's specifically for the chat. So the rules are there will be no draft style rankings. I will put you guys on a timer though. Um, and you guys will get to vote in fashion on each position. So um there are 2 ways to vote. You can hashtag each team in the chat. That is scrolling at the bottom of the screen there. You can see the hashtag for each team, whichever team you want to vote for. Or you can click the link that is pinned in the YouTube chat. It's really simple. Click that link and then you can just click whatever team you want to vote for when that time comes. So the rules that do apply to you guys though, is once all 10 spots are filled, the remaining teams stay on the sideline for that week. And if a G5 team, okay, of course, loses to a beats a SEC team, that SEC team's logo is replaced by that G5 team. In this case, we have UAB being represented, uh, representing Arkansas at this point. And you guys also had the same rules of only consider what has been put on the field this season, no favorites, right? All right, man. So let's go ahead and get over to the ranking stage real quick. All right. So here's how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna open the votes up, right? And I'm gonna set this timer. What do you say, Nick? 3 minutes is good.
Think
Three
so. I think 30
minutes.
minutes is dope.
3 minutes. I'm gonna set this timer on 3 minutes, right? And in those 3 minutes, you guys vote for who you guys have as the number one team in the conference. And again, the way you vote is to hashtag that team in the chat. If you're on YouTube or watching on X, that also works. Or if you're on YouTube, click that little link that's pinned in the chat and just click the link there and vote for the team that you think is the number one team. And we'll go ahead and open that up starting now, man. All right. So the chat's on the clock. We're gonna
Okay.
go ahead and see what we have here, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and place my vote. I'm gonna use the link here on my phone. Nick, what are you thinking, man? I'm thinking Texas A&M. I think everybody is gonna be in agreement on that.
Yeah. I think Texas A&M is probably it's the spot that you need to go right there. I'm using the link on my phone too because I want to be in on this. I want to see what
Yeah,
everybody has to say. So I'm
yeah,
thinking Texas A&M is right there as well too. Is where I'm at. So yeah, I can't. I think you can't go wrong with that pick. I think you can't go wrong with that pick.
yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Texas A&M. So I got my vote cast uh right there, and I don't know, man. What are you guys thinking? We got some people voting in the chat. Got a vote for Alabama.
That's what I was laughing at when I saw that. I said,
Hashtag
"Really? Come on, man."
Hashtag, you got Mike McKinney. Mike McKinney's voting for Texas A&M. Mike, so to vote for A&M, you gotta. I think theirs is hashtag TAMU. So hashtag TAMU to vote for A&M. If you
And
want to,
make sure
if you want to hashtag, or you can
and make
click the link if you're watching on YouTube. You can click that link and just click Texas A&M. It'll register too.
And make sure there's no space in between the hashtag and the letters.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I think, like I said, man, Texas A&M seems like they'd, yeah, do they have an argument to be the number 1 team in the country?
I think they have another. I think they have an argument that. Okay, let's have a discussion.
Mhm.
Number 1 team in the country. Okay, Indiana has went on the road and beaten Oregon.
Right,
Uh, Ohio State beat the preseason number 1 team in Texas, if I'm not mistaken. At
right,
home.
right,
Ohio State down the stretch has looked really good. Julian Sand is getting into it feels as if Julian Sand is coming into his own.
right,
3 would be, I mean, I'm not mad with them at 3, but there can't be an argument that you could possibly put them at 2 or 1.
right, right. Yeah, I'm not mad at them at 3. You could put them just based on the schedules that they played. I think that Texas A&M's probably played a tougher schedule than both maybe Indiana and Ohio State. So
Mhm.
so, to be an undefeated team there, I think you could argue that they should be the best team on the I mean, I don't know what the eye test tells you. When you look at Ohio State and you look at Texas A&M, which one looks like a better team to you? Yeah.
If you want to be real, I can make an argument that Indiana might be better than Ohio State. I'm just saying.
Mm, That's
I'm just saying.
that's an interesting one. That's an interesting one. That's an
I'm
interesting
just
one.
saying.
All right,
I'm just
so all right, hold that thought. We may be able to we may revisit that. Let's go ahead and check in on the votes, all right, and see. I don't know
okay.
how many we got. Let's see what we're cooking with on these votes. Hold on 2 seconds. And looks like Texas A&M by a landslide. Uh,
Knew that. What
you
I'm talking
guys,
about.
7 votes for Texas A&M by a landslide there. So we're gonna go ahead and move. We're gonna get back to the ranking stage here, and we're gonna move Texas A&M. I'm gonna move them over there. Chat picked. This is all chat ranking this week. All chat ranking. All right. So we'll put you guys to the test. All right. So, all right, Nick. Chat picks Texas A&M.
Okay.
Overwhelmingly picks Texas A&M. We've already kind of discussed some of the reasons why we think that Texas A&M should be number 1. But let's go ahead and now that it's confirmed, let's go ahead and talk about the chat's pick. Uh, just you know, just give them a general overall of what's going on here. Undefeated team, undefeated in the conference. Every team that they've played, they've beat. That's what undefeated means. They got a big test coming up against Texas. I think. I think that game is going to be a lot tougher than a lot of people are anticipating. But I
Really? Y'all
ultimately,
think that for real?
yeah, I don't think it's going to be an easy win at all. You think they
Hmm.
go in there and blow the doors off Texas at Texas?
I don't think they go in there and blow the doors out Texas, but I think they can go to Texas and beat Texas by a touchdown.
Okay, okay. I mean that's fair.
I think they can. I think they can go in there and beat them by a touchdown. I think this game is probably close early,
Okay.
but I think Texas A&M pull away from them at the
Mm.
end. I think they do.
Could 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 be. I mean, yeah. Ultimately, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe a touchdown game. When I say blow the doors, I'm talking like two touchdowns, 3 touchdowns. I don't know if it's that type of football game.
3 touchdowns, I don't see it.
Texas has a pretty good defense.
Yeah,
Both of them
yeah.
have good defenses. Now we
Both of
talking
them
about
have pretty good defenses.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think
All right.
here's the problem with Texas, though. Here's the problem with Texas. Ryan Wingo has been dropping a lot of passes lately.
That's true.
He's
That's
been
true.
dropping a lot of passes. That
That's
wide receiver core has not been as reliable as a lot of people thought they would be. So I don't know. Mm.
yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting. All right, man. So we're gonna get into it. All right. All right, give me a second here, guys. Let me just reset our voting apparatus here real quick. Give me 2 seconds. We're gonna reset the results there. Boom. All right. Now, I'm gonna put you guys on the clock again uh for the number 2 team this week. Um and I kinda think I know where I'm going, so Imma start the clock. You guys know the drill. If you just now getting here, the way that you vote, for the number 2 team, if you wanna vote for the number 2 team, you can hashtag the appropriate hashtag in the chat. That is scrolling at the bottom of the screen right there, corresponds to each team that you wanna vote for. Just hashtag that in the chat. Or you can actually click the link if you're watching on YouTube. There's a link pinned in the chat. You can click that link, and then you'll be able to vote there. But we're gonna go ahead and open the votes up for the number 2 team in the conference this week. And you guys in the chat, go ahead and make your votes be known. Again, if you're watching on X, come on over to YouTube. That way you can be a part of this conversation and have your votes heard. All right. So we got the voting begin. I'm gonna go ahead and place my vote. Nick, what are you thinking, man? What are you thinking?
I think if you gotta go, if you're gonna go head to head, you gotta go Georgia right here, number 2. I think that's where you have to go with this if
Yeah.
that happens, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I I would go Georgia here. And it's because of that, that one blemish that they have.
Mhm.
Uh,
Mhm.
if not for, could you make a case for another team? Let me
Yeah,
ask you that.
you could definitely make a case for Ole Miss to be at that spot.
Right, right. That's what I'm saying.
But if you do that, I mean, we disregard head to head. Now, if I want to, I can see him be like, well, Ole Miss had a 9-point lead going into the fourth quarter, and Georgia had to use defense, had to have some defensive momentum to get short fields to get back in that game to win that game. And Ole Miss just kind of fell apart at the end of the game. But for majority of that game, Ole Miss was in control.
Right.
If we want to make an argument, and I just put them there. But if we don't want to disregard head to heads, I think you have to go. I think you have to go Georgia. But if I
Right.
want to, I can make an argument for Ole Miss at that number 2 spot.
Yeah. I think I'm going Georgia here, man. That's where I would go. I'm interested to see what the chat thinks. Again, if you want to vote, go ahead and place your votes in the chat. Just all you got to do is hashtag the appropriate hashtag by the team that you want to vote for the number 2 team in the conference this week. And also, if you're watching on YouTube, there's a link that is pinned in the chat. You can click that link, and it's much easier to vote that way, honestly. Uh, if you go ahead and vote that way, and that way your vote will be counted here on SECZN. Well, votes matter, man. Votes matter
Yes,
here.
they do.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
So we've got a couple seconds, man, before this all wraps up, man. From what I can see in the chat, it looks like it's gonna be overwhelming with the
Georgia.
Georgia Bulldogs.
That's what it looks like.
Uh,
Yeah.
so and we kinda figured that when we do these rankings week to week, we kinda settled on the fact that, like, at the top of this list, it's gonna be not a lot of, not a lot of disagreement. I'm
No.
interested to see what the chat thinks when they get down towards the 8, 9, 10 range. That is when it gets
Mhm.
really interesting. So
Mhm.
when they be laughing at us and saying, "No, Dez, I can't believe you did that." Be putting all that in the chat. Let's see what y'all do, when it's y'all turn to pick those teams. Oh, man, this should be fun. Alright, time's up, time's up. We're gonna check in on the votes. Nick, I got a strange feeling that this is gonna be Georgia. What about you, man?
I already feel like it's gonna be Georgia. I think Georgia
Ah,
right there.
okay, so we got some mix. It's not a landslide. We gotta vote for Alabama. We got more votes coming in as we speak right now. Yeah,
That's dope.
more votes coming in. All right.
The Ole Miss vote. Look at the Ole Miss vote.
The Ole Miss vote is
That's
there,
what I'm
right?
saying.
Right?
That's what I like. That's what
All
I
right.
like. Shout out to the person that voted for Ole Miss.
That is elite right there. Um, so those are the 3 teams that we discussed. We still got the Alabama, discussion to have right there. So, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and get back to the ranking stage real quick so that, I can go ahead and put Alabama over here, man. So let's move not Alabama, I'm sorry, Georgia over here. Let's move the Georgia Bulldogs in the number 2 spot as voted by the chat, and we already kinda talked about them, Nick, but you vote for Georgia, I feel like you wanna see the graphic, so let's put it up.
I still think Georgia's a fraud of a team, but okay.
Nick thinks Georgia is a fraud of a team, right?
I disagree.
Um, I think they're deserving of the number 2 spot here, though. that defensive ranking is no fraud. You think there's some fraud in number 4 in the SEC?
Yeah. Yes. Yes, I do. I don't think
How's
Georgia's number 4. I like, okay.
you don't
I
think they're
think
the
I think
4th best defense in the SEC?
nah, the numbers say that. Now, if we looking at the numbers tell us that they're the 4th best defense in the conference.
Right.
Because when you look at it, their offense has sustained drive. So their defense is not on the field a lot. But when you look at
Mm.
games when the defense is on the field a lot, man, it can be a problem.
It
You know what
is.
I'm saying?
It's interesting.
You know, you know what I'm saying? So basically, they're using their offense. It's almost like they flipped because normally you can rely on their defense. Even if the defense was on the field a long time, you can rely on the defense to be able to kind of like be the settling part of this team. This year, it's the offense. The offense looks better than the defense. And I don't think when was the last time we ever sat here and said that you would prefer Georgia's offense on the field in the final moments of than Georgia's defense?
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, it goes honestly, that's a testament to coaching, like, the ability to play complementary football. You know how many
Yeah.
teams don't do that? Don't
Mhm.
recognize what they have and how their team should complement each other and play that way. Um, it just doesn't happen as often as you
I
would think.
I agree. I agree.
But
I think Georgia is legitimately a liability on the back end in the secondary. I really believe that. I really believe they are. I think they linebacking core is elite. I think the front four has gotten better as the season went on. But other than that, man, number 4, the numbers support that right there. That's just my
but
personal opinion
but
on
the
that.
the brand of football that they play, that defense is gonna be they're gonna get limited possessions. Like, they gonna
Exactly. Exactly.
all they need is one play, really,
Yep.
the way they play football. All they need is one play, and it can turn you know, they're one of those teams, like I said about Vandy, where they can beat you by 7, but it really wasn't a close game the entire time.
Mhm. Mhm.
All right, man. So we're gonna move it on along. We're gonna get to the number 3 team. I think you guys are doing well, man. Everybody's voting. Everybody's catching on. I like it. I like the way this is going. Let's go ahead and get to over here so let's reset our board here with our votes. All right. Uh yeah, I like the way this is going, man. You guys tell me what you think about this format in the chat.
This is
Um
dope. This is
Yeah,
dope.
let me know. We may do more of this type of thing. All right. Let me just reset these results real quick. All right. And then now let's get back to the ranking stage. All right. So for the number 3 team in the conference, I am going to start the clock again. Guys, if you are just joining us, the way to vote is to hashtag the appropriate team in the chat. It is scrolling at the bottom, the hashtag for the team that corresponds to each team. Just hashtag that in the chat. Or if you're on YouTube, you can just come over, click the link that's pinned in the chat. It's real easy, real simple. And that way your vote will be counted. All right. So let's go ahead and start the clock here for the number 3 team in the conference. So I can make my vote heard and known. Um, and so Nick, I'm thinking Ole Miss.
Oh
Right?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Yeah.
Ole Miss right here. And matter of
Yeah.
fact, that's who I'm voting for. I'm letting you guys know who I'm being transparent. I'm
Yeah,
voting
I'm
for
voting for
Ole
Ole
Miss.
Miss. I'm voting for Ole
All
Miss too.
right. We got a couple votes coming in the chat. Uh, so let's talk about it, man. I think like I said, there's an argument that this team could be number 2, right?
Yep.
If it wasn't
Yep.
for head to head, if that
Yep.
loss comes to another team, this would be the number 2 team in the conference, I think. So, tell me about it, man. Why you leaning Ole Miss?
Yeah, I mean, we just like you said, we just had a conversation. I mean,
Yeah.
if I'm sitting here saying that I could legitimately put them at 2, why would I not put them at 3 if it just wasn't for head to head competition? Literally, that's the only way I'm not putting them at number 2 is because Georgia came back and beat them. And that was that was a road loss for Ole Miss. That's the only reason why they're not a number 2 for me. Other than that, Ole Miss would be. Oh, if it wasn't for that, Ole Miss would be number 2, and we probably could have a legitimate conversation of Ole Miss. Nah, let me not say that. Never mind. I'm gonna just
What
stick
do
with they
what
would be
do
the number 2 team.
what do you say to the critics that would look at Ole Miss and would say the only team they beat worth anything is Oklahoma?
Really? That's what you would say? You look
I
at that
mean,
Florida game.
that's some of what I've heard, so that's why I'm just bringing that to you to see how would you rebuttal that?
I would look at this. I would look at it and be like, man, I don't think. Okay, so when LSU at the time they played LSU, LSU's offense, LSU offense hasn't had anything all season, but LSU's defense is is something to not, it's something that you should not be, looking down upon. Look at that game. Like the lowest amount of points this year scored was 24. They did it
Right,
against LSU. They came off a bye week and had a little bit of a lapse at home against Washington State. They should, to be honest, they should have blew Washington State off the map. But they came off a bye week, probably wasn't thinking about that, and it is what it is. Even in a loss to Georgia, they put up 35 points. Look. Other than that, their lowest number that they scored was 30. I mean, like, come on, man. Like this offense, man. This offense can put points on the board. This offense can put up numbers. I'm
it's
telling you, I they're worse.
and
They're worse.
you
Come
said
on, man.
something there. You said even on the bye week, they're the number 1 offense in the
Exactly.
conference.
Like, come on.
That's
Like, that's wild. Like, that's
that
wild.
is that is crazy. That is crazy. Alright, so let's get back to the ranking stage. Oh, looks like we're out of time. Alright, so let's check in, man. I'm betting that it's Ole Miss if you guys have voted, right? Again, if you just now joined, I'm gonna give you a couple more seconds to vote, just because we were talking and you may not know how to vote. Uh, you the easiest way to vote is one of the simplest ways to vote is down at the bottom there, scrolling. There's each team. You can hashtag for which team you think should be the number 3 team in the conference this week, and it corresponds to that. Once you vote, we'll get it, and your vote will matter. Um, Also, there's a link pinned in the chat. This is also the simple way to vote. This is how I vote each and every time. Just click that link, then I register my vote that way, and it comes straight to us. And we're gonna pull this up, Nick, and see what we got. All right. So looks like we got Ole Miss.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, over the cleaning up on all of the votes. Got Ole Miss.
Yep.
Got one vote for Alabama up there. Got votes still coming in. All right. All right. So it looks like Ole Miss is gonna take this one. So let's go ahead and put them on the board.
Yeah, it is. We already talked about it. You know what I'm
Put them on
saying?
the board.
Ole Miss.
Let's go put the Ole Miss Rebels up there, man. All right. Boom. I think you guys are off to a great start with this. I promise you. I really do. I really do. All right. So we're not even going to hold it any further, man. We already talked about Ole Miss because we kind of knew where they were going with this one. So let's go ahead and start the clock, man. And again, if you guys are voting, uh, we're starting the clock for number 4, right? Number 4
Okay.
spot in the SEC. If you want to vote, just drop the hashtag in the chat for the corresponding team. Uh, and it is scrolling. It's gonna be scrolling down there all the time at the bottom. And you just hashtag and you can vote that way. Or you can click that link that is listed in the chat that's pinned in the chat, and you can just vote that way. That's the way I vote. It's really simple. Let me go ahead and reset these real quick. We still got some late Alabama votes coming in. Somebody look, did somebody change their vote? It didn't matter.
Yeah, it didn't matter. Ole Miss was already right there. Yeah.
It's already over with. All right,
Yeah.
so let's go ahead and reset this, and we're gonna be voting, or maybe they tried to vote for the
The next
um,
one.
yeah, the next one. So you can only vote once. If you vote again, it changes your vote. So for people who are trying to cheat. All right, all right. So yeah, the way that you vote, we're gonna go ahead and start the clock for you guys. The way that you vote is you hashtag those hashtags at the bottom right there to vote for the number 14, or you can click the link in the chat. Um, Let me go ahead and get back to the ranking stage here, and we're gonna start the clock, and we're gonna talk about it. All right, let me go ahead and place my vote, Nick. Uh, Number 14. Who you got, Nick? Let's talk about this one's interesting. You could go a couple different ways with this one.
You surely can. You surely can go a couple different ways right here. And I'm definitely gonna go. Yeah, there's a couple of different ways you can go right here.
All right. Yeah.
Definitely go. And I think, and here is where I think, here is where I think you put you. This is where I don't know if it gets interesting here or if it this is 4, 5, 6 is where it get interesting at.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, if we talk head to head, you have to go
It
head to
has to
head.
matter.
It has
It
to
has to
matter.
matter. In
Head
my
to head
book.
has to matter. So if we going head to head, even though I can sit here and make a case for, this one team or this other team, I still have to go head to head, and I'm gonna go. My vote. I'm telling you who I'm voting for. Oklahoma at the fourth spot. At the fourth spot is where I'm going.
That's who I have too. Because head to head matters. Um,
Yes. Yes.
now there's I, Alabama has a strong argument just based on who they beat. They beat some
Yeah.
really good teams. But you took the field against this team uh in your building and you came
Yes.
up short.
You lost at home. Yep.
So I gotta go with Oklahoma. The way I
Yep.
think about rankings and the way I do rankings, I have to put Oklahoma in this spot. I'd be interested to see the chat. We talk about does head to head matter, and these are two evenly ranked teams in terms of record. So
Yep.
I'm interested to see what the chat kind of thinks about this, man.
And look at what Oklahoma did in that back half. They went to South Carolina, which is a tough place to play, where Alabama struggled to get a
Right.
win. They went to South Carolina and won that game by 19. They went to Tennessee and won that game. And they went to Alabama and won that game. Man.
Are you campaigning for? Oh
Look,
man.
you know what makes me so mad about this. You know what makes me so mad about this. Oklahoma was my pick
Mhm.
to be in the SEC championship game of the season, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
John Mateer gets hurt, should not have been playing in that game in the Red River rivalry. Literally 10 days after having surgery. Should not have been playing in that game. They lose that game 23-6. Just imagine if they would have played Michael Michael Hawkins and
Hawkins. Yeah.
they could have won that game.
Yeah.
They won that game and they probably lose to Ole Miss. Ole Miss comes in there and wins. I think Ole Miss probably would still win that game at Oklahoma. You sitting here looking at Oklahoma as a one-loss team with a path to still get to to the SEC championship game. And my pick of them being in the SEC championship game would have still been there.
Yeah.
God dog, Ole Miss. I mean
Man.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, you would have been spot on, man. Uh-huh. All right, man. So time is up. Right? I'm interested in this one, man, because I want to see where the crowd goes with this one. Like I said, my vote was for Oklahoma. But Alabama had a pretty good case. So let's see what we got here. And, and looks like Oklahoma
Please be
takes
Oklahoma.
the
That's
overwhelming
what I'm talking
majority
about.
there. Looks like
Who
okay, now it's just reset. Yeah, yeah. I think it takes some time for them to register. So,
who is
we
the
got
one person that keep voting
we
for
got
Alabama? That's what I want to
we got
know.
Alabama showing up again. And then we got Oklahoma with 6 votes. I'm gonna give you guys just a couple seconds to vote again, just if you're just now getting here and wondering what this is. Uh, we're voting for the number 4 team in the conference right now, behind Texas A&M, Georgia, and Ole Miss. And we're voting for that team right now. And the way that you vote is you hashtag the appropriate team in the chat. It's scrolling at the bottom, the hashtags. It's also on this screen, but it's very, very small. That's why I kind of put the scrolling wheel up there so you can see it. Just hashtag the team that you want to vote for. Or if you're watching on YouTube, click the link that's pinned in the chat, and that will take you to a screen where you can just click and vote. It's the easiest way to do it. If you're watching on X, The easiest way for you to vote is to come over to YouTube. Just click the link, follow it all over to YouTube, sign up and subscribe with this platform. That way you'll be able to vote and have your vote heard. In you'll be your voice will be heard, in other words. So let's see, man. We're gonna go ahead and close this one on out, man. Get back to the ranking stage here. Get back to the ranking stage. And we're gonna put Oklahoma over there, man. Overwhelming majority picked Oklahoma, man. We already talked about it. All right, man. I kind of think I got a feeling where this next pick is going.
Yeah, we keep saying it, man. We keep saying head to head matters. We keep saying it, but
Yeah.
man,
So
it's just wild.
let's go ahead and start this clock on this one, man. And we're going. All right. So, you guys, it's time to register your vote for the fifth pick. Nick, it's time for you to register your vote for the fifth pick. Time for me to register for my vote for the fifth pick. Now, you can register your vote for the fifth pick by hashtagging one of these in the chat right here. All right. And so all you got to do is hashtag the appropriate hashtag, and your vote will be registered in real time. Or you can click the link that is in the chat. If it's pinned in the chat on YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, and that's the easiest way to vote, man. And all you got to do is just click that link, and your vote will be registered. All right, all right, guys. Now, we got to put our fandom to the side, and it's time to pick the fifth best team in the conference. And let me go ahead and register my vote right now. All right, I voted. I voted. I think I'm gonna make like some little I voted stickers and send out to people. I voted. All right, Nick. I picked Alabama. What about you, man?
Yeah, if we gonna keep saying head to head matters, yeah, I picked Alabama as well. That's a 5 spot. But you have no idea how bad I wanted to pick Vanderbilt at number 5.
Man, and Vanderbilt had a pretty solid case.
Yes, it
It's
did.
not like they okay,
Yes,
there
they
we go.
did.
Yeah, it's not like they were. It's completely non-biased. I mean, completely out of the woods to put Vanderbilt up there. But when I look at Alabama's schedule, you basically this team is riding very high on this stretch of football games at Georgia, Vanderbilt, Missouri, Tennessee.
Okay,
That stretch of football games is why this team is looked at the way that they are looked at.
okay, let's just be real. Let's just be real about this. Okay, let's be real. That Vanderbilt score is misleading.
Well, they
The
beat them
Vanderbilt
is what
score
I'm
is
saying.
they beat them, but they didn't beat them 30-14. They beat them more like 21, 20, 23 to 14, 20 to 14 or something like that. No, but I believe Vanderbilt only held them to field goals in the second half. Now Alabama's defense held Vanderbilt scoreless in the second half, but that was a tie football game at halftime, 14-14.
Yeah,
And the
it was.
only and Alabama scored a basically I call it a garbage touchdown with 17 seconds left in the game. That's how I look at it. Missouri, Bo Pribula was not the better quarterback in that game. That is the reason why Alabama won that game. Bo Pribula threw two interceptions. He threw an interception on the drive that would have put them in position to kick a game time field goal or have a game winning field or have a game winning touchdown. A lot of people talk about that Tennessee game.
Mhm.
It was a close game. It was close. But a 99-yard pick six kind of sealed it for Alabama.
Yeah,
In that
that
game.
tilted the field
It did.
that changed that game drastically.
And then you look at South Carolina. South Carolina let them score. You instead of putting that game on the foot of Connor Talty
Yeah.
and making him make that kick, that probably would have been a different outcome. We sitting here looking at this team. It's the same way I feel about Georgia. We sitting here
Mhm.
looking at a team that is just getting by. Getting by. You know what I'm saying?
Nick said they're just getting by.
These two teams are supposed to be the dominant teams in the conference, and they just getting by. Just getting by. Ah,
Alright.
man.
Alright, man. So we got the time is ran out, Nick. It's just getting by, Nick. It's just getting by. I
Just
love
getting
that.
by.
Uh, so we're voting for the number 5 team. Time has run out. All right. So if you're just joining us, make sure you go ahead and get your vote registered before I flip this screen so that it can be counted. And the way that you register your vote for the fifth team in the SEC right now is you hashtag the appropriate hashtag that is listed at the bottom of the screen. Hashtag that in the chat, and your vote will be counted. You can also, if you're watching on YouTube, click the link that's pinned in the chat, and it's a really simple way to vote. That's the way I vote. I think that's the way Nick's voting. It's
Yep.
real simple to do that. Just click that link, and then your vote will be counted. All right, man. So let's flip it over, man. I'm thinking. I know where
Oh,
this is
we go
going.
ahead and vote now? We'll go ahead and vote now?
Well, this has already been. Well, I've already voted for the
Oh,
fifth
this this
spot.
this this for the 5th team, right? Okay, yeah, let me go put my
Yeah.
vote in.
Okay. Okay.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Go ahead. All right. All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, man. So let's take a look and let's see what the chat's got for the fifth team here. And let's
Auburn thought you make a
mm,
great point right there, man. Like you almost made me want to go back and flip that or
this
that Alabama
this
5, bro. I'm just saying.
this is interesting here. Um, who voted for Oklahoma?
Wait. Is this wait. Is this the number 5 team?
Yeah, who
We
voted for
already vote.
Oklahoma?
Yeah, we already voted for Oklahoma.
Yeah, yeah. If Oklahoma, if you voted for Oklahoma, they're already off the board at 4.
Yeah.
So, I'm not sure
Yeah.
how to handle this.
But Alabama still won though. They
Yeah,
still
Alabama
won.
still won, so we're gonna go ahead and give that to Alabama. But we don't know where those votes. Those votes might have went to Vandy.
That is a great question because yeah, we gotta do that again. No, we gotta do that. We gotta
This is
revote that.
in this case, in normal elections, you'd have a runoff.
You would, but you gotta revote that one. You gotta revote
You
that one.
have a runoff. You have a runoff. In the chat, did you vote for Oklahoma? Wow, this is interesting because I don't want to. I wish there was a way I could disable Oklahoma so you couldn't vote for the teams that have already been selected.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah.
um,
Because if we was voting for the number 5 team, one of the Vanderbilt votes is for me. It's for me.
okay, okay. Um, so in this case, let's do this. Let's ask the chat. Let's go back to the ranking stage. Let's see what the collective is saying. Guys, we have a dilemma. We have a bunch of votes for Oklahoma. We have a 4-3 win by Alabama here. Who, if you voted for Oklahoma, I don't see anybody hashtagging Oklahoma in the chat right
No,
there
my
for this
bad. I'm
vote.
sorry. I'm sorry. That was the number 5 team, right?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought we was voting for number 6. My bad.
it says
No, 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 no. No, 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 no,
this
no, no. I voted Alabama at 5, but I thought it was re-cleared, and then I thought we was voting for number
is
6.
this is all okay. Votes go to Vandy.
Not for we head to head matters, man. Head to head hanging chads. Exactly, Tim. This is the hang. We got to go to
That's
the
funny.
Supreme Court, man. We got
It
to go to
says,
the
"Did you?"
Supreme Court.
It says, "Did you clear it?" Yeah, I thought I did clear it. I thought I cleared it. Let's go back to the ranking stage, right? All right, so I'm going to let's get this up here.
How does a
I'm
piece of paper think? A hanging chad. How does it think? Did it mean to go that way? Did it mean to go the other way? Mm-mm.
all right. So what I'm going to do in the interest of moving the show along, this one time, I'm going to make an executive decision,
There
and
it
I'm
is. There
going
you go.
and I'm going to go since Alabama won that one on that vote, I'm gonna go ahead and put them up there. Just only this one time. I promise guys I will have something figured out so that this is never happens again.
There we
All
go.
right. All right.
Executive decision, ladies
All
and
right.
gentlemen.
Because I can't sit here forever and try to figure this out.
That's
Uh,
fine. I think everybody agrees with Alabama at 5 because if we saying head to head matters, then Alabama did beat
right.
Vanderbilt. So
And if you voted for Vanderbilt and like charge it to me just this being the first time us trying this. So I'm gonna reset the results now so that won't be on me. All right. See that? Everybody sees it zeroed out. All right.
there we go.
All right. All
And so
right.
now we vote for the number 6 team, right? We're voting for number 6 team now.
Now we are voting for the number 6 team in the conference. Again, what we are doing tonight is the chat. You guys are voting, right? We're voting for the number 6 team in the conference. These teams that are listed 1 through 5 are off the board. Please do not vote for any of them. All right. The way that you vote is down at the bottom. There's some teams that are scrolling. There they go. Boom, 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 boom. All you got to do is find the team that you want to vote for the number 16. Put that hashtag in the chat. Or if you're watching on YouTube, you can go to the pinned comments up at the top. There's a link. If you follow that link, it'll take you to a screen where you can vote very easily. That's how I vote. That's how Nick votes. It's the simplest way to vote is to do that. So number 6 team in the conference. We're gonna start this time ahead, Nick, and we're gonna top it up, man. This is interesting. I think I'm gonna just tell you right off the rip, I'm voting for Vandy.
Yeah, me too. That's
Okay.
that's what my vote was going to. Number 6, I'm going Vanderbilt as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm
But
gonna.
Auburn thought made a good point. He made a good point though. He made a very
Yeah.
good point. His
Which
point was Alabama didn't lose at home either.
is
Alabama
this it
hasn't
right
lost
here?
at home. Yeah,
It says we need a recount.
need a recount.
Nice.
That's what he said.
Oh, head to head in Tuscaloosa with SEC refs thumbing the scale don't count much as a home loss. Hmm. That's Alabama did not lose at home. I mean,
Vanderbilt
Vanderbilt
hasn't
did
lost at
not
home yet.
lose at home. Yeah, yeah. That
Mm.
is a legitimate point. Uh, hmm. So
Mhm.
like I said, I got Vandy right here, man. I think the chat is gonna probably agree with me. Guys, if you're voting right here for the number 6 team, all you gotta do is hashtag whatever team you want to vote for in the chat. The hashtags are listed at the bottom of the team at the bottom of the screen scrolling. Or you can, if you're watching on YouTube, you can go to the pinned comments. There's a link there. Click that link and it's a simple click of a button and you can vote that way. So yeah, we're gonna put this together and it's all fan done. This is so yeah, man, I'm taking Vandy here. Um I just don't see I don't see a word like I wanted you can make a case for them at number 5. So
Yes, you can. Yes, you
yeah.
can. And you know what the funny part about it is? You can actually make a case as them being a better team than Oklahoma.
Could you?
Yeah. You do okay, okay. You would probably say Oklahoma has a better offense, right? I mean excuse me,
Mm-mm.
you say Oklahoma has the better defense, right?
I'd say so.
All right. But you probably wouldn't pick as of right now, you probably wouldn't pick Oklahoma's offense over Vanderbilt's. I think Vanderbilt is a more
No.
balanced team than Oklahoma is.
No, I wouldn't pick. Yeah, I definitely in terms of balance, yeah, I see where you're going with it. Vanderbilt has a stout defense and offensively, they are one of the most efficient offenses in the conference. So it is balanced there. Whereas I don't think Oklahoma can offensively win a football game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right now,
We
I don't think they can.
yeah, we saw Vanderbilt against Auburn offensively win a football game. Against Virginia Tech offensively win a football game. So
Mhm.
I don't think that Oklahoma can necessarily do that. Necessarily do that. So let's see how much time we got left. Oh, we out of time. All right. All right. So you guys, we're gonna flip this screen over and we're gonna see who you guys picked as the number 16. I know who I voted for. I voted for Vandy. Nick voted for Vandy. Uh
Mhm.
got some votes for Vandy in the chat. And we're gonna see who did we pick here for number 16 in the conference going into rivalry week. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the wrong button. All right. And we got it should register. I think it refreshes. But we got right now Vandy, right? With 2
Yep.
votes. Okay, 4 votes. There it is, a refresh. 4
Who
votes for
keeps voting for
Vandy.
Oklahoma?
4 votes for Vandy, 2 votes
Mm,
for Alabama, and 1 vote for Oklahoma. Okay. Um
I don't get that part.
yeah, so guys, if you're watching this, we're picking a ranking that's listed on the team. So let me go back to the ranking stage real quick, just so. See, I wish I could get all of this on one screen, but it's a ton to try to cram on one screen. Uh, let's see here. Let me get back to the ranking. See, we're picking the number 6 team in the conference. So if you vote for Oklahoma, they're already been picked. So we don't that doesn't work. And if you vote for Alabama, they've already been picked. Unless you're saying that we have those teams too high, then I get that. But like we're trying to fill in this spot. So you kind of don't want to vote for any of these teams that are up here. Uh so uh so let's see. Let's let's get back to this part. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and crown Vandy.
Yeah.
Um, looks like this might just take a vote from Vandy. That's
Nah,
weird.
they was still at 4. They was at 4.
Okay, there it is. For all right. So we're gonna go ahead and crown Vandy. All right, let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and get back to the ranking stage and move Vandy over there. That's kind of where I had them. That's where Nick had them. That's where the chat mostly had them. And I don't see anything wrong with that pick. All right. So we're gonna clear out our voting screen here. All right. This is interesting, man. This is about to get interesting because this should be all over the place. All right.
Yeah,
Make
this
sure,
this is where it gets legit because now you gotta really start thinking about teams.
guys, can we not vote for Alabama and Oklahoma this time? Because we don't have a lot of votes. And if you waste them on those teams, we're gonna just have a tie. So we reset the results here. All right. Let's get back to ranking stage here. Boom. All right. Number 7 team in the conference. I'm going to start the clock here and we're going to get to it. Boom. All right, Nick. Number 7 team in the conference. I'm
Mhm.
going to go ahead and place my vote by using the app, by using the link that is pinned in the YouTube chat. It's the simplest way to vote. That's the way I'm going to vote right now. And, hmm, this is interesting, Nick.
This is an interesting one. This is a very, very interesting one. I think my pick is gonna be unpopular, but I'm gonna make a. I think I'm gonna ride with. I think I'm gonna ride with this one. I'm gonna stick with this one. I think I'm gonna stick with this one right here. Number 17. Number 17. There we go. I just put mine in.
Yeah. All right. So you guys make sure you are voting in the um in the chat by the team that you want to put in there. All you got to do is hashtag the team in the chat. There's the hashtags listed scrolling at the bottom. You hashtag the team that you want to vote for, or you can just click the link that's pinned in the chat, and that will register your vote for said team. Nick, I'm gonna tell you I picked Tennessee.
You picked Tennessee?
I did.
Yeah, I knew my pick was not gonna be. It was not gonna be liked. I picked Texas.
Looks like majority of the chat is agreeing with you right now. So
I picked
far.
Texas. Well, you know, the University of Tennessee and the University of Texas, they both UT. So we don't know.
Mm,
We
yeah, I think that
don't
well
know who's.
The Tennessee hashtag is hashtag TENN.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, so Texas is UT. Oh,
Okay.
so
Okay.
so it looks
Yeah,
like a
I
lot
picked.
of UT votes in. Matter of fact, let's look at the results real quick as they come in. So this is
Yeah,
opening.
Yeah, I
Alright.
picked Texas. I favor defense.
So as of
You know?
right now, it's a three-way tie between Missouri, Tennessee, and Texas.
Never mind, it just went up.
Oh, okay. Okay. So it looks like Texas. Is somebody still voting for Alabama? I don't get that.
It's Alabama's, man. It's
Like,
the
man,
Alabama
listen,
fan.
Alabama's already off the board, but I get it. I guess you want them to be in every place. All right, so it looks like Texas is winning so far. Now it's still time left. All you got to do is hashtag the team that you want to vote for. All you got to do is put that in the chat, or you can go to the link that's pinned in the YouTube comments. Click that link, and your vote will be registered and heard here in real time as it comes in. Man, I am
Mhm.
now. I went with let's take a. Looks like Texas is winning, so let's go ahead and take a look at Texas. And looks like you said it was unpopular, but a lot of people have it up there. I think
Interesting.
beating Arkansas 52-37 is impressive.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I
Especially
know
coming off a
Arkansas
good
is a
week against
bad
Georgia.
team. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Uh Again, it's almost like that Ohio State loss didn't happen.
Yeah. Like
I
you
think most people view Texas as a two-loss team.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you literally look at those two. Like if you look at that Georgia, like I still look at that Georgia game, and I think the pivotal part in that Georgia game was Kirby Smart kicking that onside kick after they scored.
Mm,
Because Tennessee had momentum. I mean, excuse me, Texas had momentum. If Texas would have got that ball back without Georgia kicking that onside kick, Texas would have scored, and that still would have been a 3-point game. Kirby
mm.
Smart, that's where coaching comes in at to make a decision like that, to be like, I'm just gonna kill all the momentum y'all have. And I'm just gonna figure out a way I can get the ball back. If we're gonna kick a field, we're gonna kick an onside kick. We get the ball back. Guess what? We're gonna go. We in short. Excuse me. We are in position to go down and put more points on the board and extend this lead. If we don't get it, I just made the biggest gamble and lost, because the way Texas was moving the ball against Georgia at that point in time in the game, Texas like they was about to make a comeback. But hey,
Mm.
shout out to Kirby Smart for making that decision and then for it working. But man, but then you look at the Florida loss, man. That was unexplicable, because Florida had just lost to
Yeah.
USF like the week before.
Yeah,
So
that one was weird, man. I think a lot of people, like I said, looking by the chat, looks like Texas may win it, man. Our time is up, so we got to get this pick. And we checked in earlier, and it was Texas. Give you guys a couple more seconds to get your vote in. Uh, and the way to do that, of course, I feel like I've said that 1,000 times tonight, but the way to do that is you want to hashtag the appropriate hashtag that's listed below next to the team. Use that hashtag in the chat that will register your vote, or click that pinned comment that's in the comment section on the YouTube, and that will register your vote as well. That's the simplest way to vote. That's the way I vote. That's the way Nick votes.
yep.
It's real easy to do. All right, so let's flip over to this screen here. And yeah, if you're watching on X, man, too. That way you can be part of this conversation, man, and join the Keyboard Collective and get in there on these votes with us. Have your voice heard. All right. So let's take a look at this screen now, man, and see what we got here. What are people thinking? Oh, looks like it's still Texas. Now, we'll give it a couple seconds because it always updates, it looks like. No? Oh, no, there it is. It's like Texas takes it in the landslide. So let's go ahead and put them on the board, man. We already kind of got through with that part. We talked about them, why Texas should be there. All right. This is where it gets interesting, though. So with these teams off the board, Nick, we're gonna get into the number 7 pick. This is where, like I said, this is where it gets. I know with us ranking these teams every week, this usually is the most difficult part right here. 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
8, 9, 10 is usually the most difficult part. So I want to see where you guys rank the most difficult part of this conversation at. I mean, of this ranking at. All right. So we're gonna start the clock for you guys. And again, we're voting for the number 8 team in the conference through week 14. Do that by dropping the hashtag for that team in the chat, and you can go to the comment section, click that link that's in the comment section that's pinned, and you can vote easily that way. I'm gonna start the clock, so we're gonna register our votes for the number 18. All right, let's
All
go ahead
right.
and get that started here. Boom, we are on the clock. Now, this one's interesting. So let me look at
Did it
the.
reset?
Hold on. Let me make sure. 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 No, it did not reset. So let me go ahead and reset that. Appreciate that, Nick. Catching that. We would have was rigging the system. We was all right. So let me reset this and then we'll vote. All right. So reset the results. If you voted on that one, sorry. All right. Boom. Result. Sorry. Reset. And now we are voting for the number 18 in the conference. Um, let's see here. I'm trying to see who do I want to vote for here. All right. This is an interesting one. All right. Again, you want to vote by hashtagging the appropriate team in the chat, or you can click that little link that is pinned in the comment section, and that'll take you to a screen where you can register your vote. I'm gonna vote, and I'm gonna be transparent to you for you guys again, and I'm voting for Missouri.
Number 8. You got Missouri number 8. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Okay.
Oh no! I'm sorry. I'm sorry because I'm looking at my list, and I would have. I'm sorry.
You would
I,
have
I
you
s-
would have put it them at. I get what you're
no,
saying.
no,
All
you
right.
know, I'm voting for Tennessee.
Okay, I was about to say, okay,
Yeah, yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
I because I had Tennessee higher than that, so that's why like it threw me off. I'm voting for Tennessee. Um. So yeah, all you got to do is hashtag who you want to vote for in the chat. Um. Or you can just use the link that's listed in the pinned comments on YouTube. If you're watching on X, you got to come over to YouTube. That way you can have your vote counted. Or I think on X you may be able to hashtag too in the count. I'm not sure if you're on X, hashtag in the chat. Let me know. See if that counts your vote. All right. So I'm going with Tennessee here. We got a lot. I said Missouri, but then yeah, we got a
Missouri.
lot of Mizzou in the chat, man.
Yeah,
So
I voted Tennessee there as well. I got Tennessee as the number 8 team in the conference.
right. So let's take a look at these two teams real quick. I'm gonna spend a little bit of give them a little bit more love since we had that little mix up when the clock started. So yeah, we got Tennessee at 8-3. Right. What would you say Tennessee's biggest win is?
This is a good one. This is a good
Yeah.
one. Their best
Uh,
win.
maybe at Mississippi
Well,
State or
yeah,
at
the comeback win at Mississippi State would probably have to be it.
yeah. No. So, here's the kicker. If you're comparing them to Missouri, what would you
Missouri's would
say?
probably be Auburn.
Yeah, what would you say Missouri's
Auburn.
best win is? Yeah.
Auburn. Well, no, because they just beat Mississippi State too. Do you think Mississippi State is a better team than Auburn?
Uh, no.
No, they beat Mississippi State. So would you
They
say
beat
Mississippi?
Mississippi State. I got that the wrong color.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So
you
would you
guys.
say? Would you say that their best win would be Mississippi State as well?
Mm, probably.
I mean, Mississippi State has been more consistent than Auburn all season because we're just now seeing Auburn, get into what they have to what we thought they would be all season, literally in the last 3 weeks. But Missouri has been the more, consistent team all season. You can you kind of knew what you was gonna get from Missouri all year
Right.
long. You didn't know what you were gonna get from Auburn. What was Auburn gonna be?
That's
You
true.
didn't know what you was gonna get. So would you say that's what I say? Would Mississippi State be their best win, or would Auburn be their best win?
I think Mississippi State probably because they played an Auburn team that was they didn't beat this Auburn team that's finna play next week. That's
But
finna play on
okay,
Saturday.
so let's give Auburn credit because Auburn was up 17-10 against in that game against Missouri at home,
And it,
and Missouri came back, tied it up, and won it in overtime, 21-17. I mean
and if
23-17.
and if Derek Nix was calling plays, we would have beat him by 3 touchdowns. We beat him by 3 touchdowns.
I like it. I like it. Make sure y'all go watch my video on Derek Nix, man. Water Cooler
Yeah,
Talk Sports.
facts, bro. I watched that this morning, man. Actually, Yeah, I watched that early this morning. Like, it was that's funny, man, because I get up early, but I was up, like, mad early, and I watched this video, I saw it, and I'm like, "Wait a minute, I thought Nick said he's posting it today. I didn't know he had posted last night."
No, it came out. It came out at 7. I don't know why it came out so early, but it definitely came out. It definitely was scheduled to come
It
out
was
at
like
7 o'clock in the morning.
7:45, and I was watching, I was like, "Wait a minute, this is mad early for this video." It's good though, man. I like all the points that you made. I agree with everything that you said in that video, man. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out on Nick's channel, Water Cooler Talk Sports, man. It is pretty dope. Especially if you're an Auburn fan and you're caught up in this coaching search mess, man. He makes some very, very valid points on one Derek Nix.
Yeah,
And
man.
one Derek Nix. I think Derek Nix should hear that video, man.
I hope he does.
Should email it to him.
I should. I should email it to John Cohen. That's who I should email it to.
Right, right.
I should have tagged John Cohen in the video.
You should have. You should have.
That would have been great. Should have tagged him and Derek
It's
Nix in
not.
the video.
It's not too late. He has a Twitter.
He does? Oh, he surely
I think.
does.
Yeah,
I need to
and
go do
Derek
that.
Nix. Derek Nix has one too.
I need to do that.
Yeah, yeah. I think you should. All right. So you guys have voted for the number 18 in the conference. We had some from Mizzou coming in, some for I don't know, maybe I don't know who else we got. All right, so let's take a look here. We'll give you a couple more seconds to vote. Again, if you want to vote, all you got to do is drop the appropriate hashtag in the chat for the team that you want to vote for at number 8, or you can click that link that's pinned in the chat, and that will take you straight to the screen where you can just click the button and vote. It's really simple to do that. All right, and we're gonna flip over to the screen and see what we have here, Nick. What are you thinking? What'd you bet? If you had to bet on it, what do you think right now?
I think I want to say Tennessee, but I got a feeling it's gonna be a bunch of Mizzou right there.
All right, so let's take a look. And we have 2 votes for Mizzou, 2 votes. We have a tie. Let's give it a couple seconds. Let's
Ooh.
give it a couple seconds for
Oh, there it
that.
is. I told you.
Ah,
There it
okay.
is. I knew
So
it.
we still got an Alabama vote. Like, my God, guys.
Man,
It's
Jesus Christ, man. Come on.
it's like Dylan.
That's funny.
Man, you can't be at every position, guys. All right. I love the loyalty though. I mean, if you're gonna
Spits hot fire.
go with it, go with it. All right, man. So it looks like we're gonna close this out with Mizzou.
Yeah.
Getting the overwhelming majority here at 4 votes. And let's go back over to the ranking screen and give them first of all, let's reset this, right? So let's reset this before we leave the screen. And then we're gonna go over and we're gonna put our guys up there from Mizzou. You know, not who I voted for, but this is the point of the whole thing is who the majority votes for, and I'm not the
Yep.
majority. So let's
Yep.
go and put Mizzou there at the number 18. We already talked about some of the reasons. Actually, we talked about some of the reasons why we didn't have them there. But let's give Mizzou a little bit of love. Why do you put Mizzou at number 8?
Man, man. You put them at number 8 because you look at the games that they played in. I think only one of those games you can say that they actually got blown out in.
Right.
I think only one of those games you looking at, you saying that they actually got blown out in. I mean, but everything else on this list, close. Texas A&M is the only game. Texas A&M is the only game where you sitting there looking like, yeah, they probably didn't have it didn't work out. Even when you look at the Oklahoma game this past weekend, like Missouri was in the red zone like 3 times and came away with 0 points.
Yeah, it's wild.
I'm like, come on, man! Like, what are you doing? Like, I mean, like, and I'm sitting there watching it. At one point in time, they run straight off tackle with Ahmad Hardy, off tackle to the right. They didn't block a guy. If they would have blocked that guy, it would have been a walk-in touchdown. But there's a missed assignment, and you end up getting tackled at the 2-yard line. Like I'm sitting here looking at this team, and I'm like, man, like You right there in these games. Alabama
Yeah.
game is the one that just gets me because, like, man, like Bo Pribula literally was not the better quarterback in the game. He made 2 critical mistakes. Watch the video tomorrow morning, you'll get what I'm talking about. But he made 2 critical mistakes in that game.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting here just like, come on, man. You look at the Vanderbilt game. You should have won that game. You know what I'm saying? You was tied up in that game the whole time. And we will be sitting here saying that Vanderbilt has a home loss.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
go
I
out
mean,
and you
they've been
it's
close.
wild, man. It's
They've been
wild.
they've been close in these football games. If y'all looking at this graphic again, they won the Mississippi State game, but I just forgot to put it in green. I'm just one guy. Hey, what can I say? Um, all right. So we're gonna go to, like I said, man. I agree with everything you said about Missouri. They have been close in these games. They are essentially one play away from being,
Yes, that's it.
you know,
That's it.
in each of these games, having a much better record and being in contention for a SEC championship almost.
Yes.
Um, but maybe they'll take that leap. I don't know. They may be about to lose their coach, so maybe that leap is
That's a
not what
good
they about
point.
to take, man.
Good point too. Yeah.
All right, man. So here's the last 2 spots. We're gonna go ahead and get these out of the way. All right, guys. Number 9. All right, number 9. Let's make sure that we are reset over here because I got a feeling people trying to sneak votes in. No, no, no. We good. All right. Just want to catch y'all. For the number 9 team in the conference, you guys can go ahead and start placing your votes for the number 9 team in the conference. All right. You got votes coming in already. Look at that. You
Yep.
see them registering. Still one for Alabama. That is wild. It's
Get out of
committed
here.
to that. That is a commitment. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Of another level. Um,
Why are
all
there
right.
still
So
2 votes for Missouri? Who's still voting for
yeah,
Missouri?
for the number 9 team in the conference, Missouri's already off the board, guys. So if you voted for
Yeah.
Missouri or Alabama, change your vote to one of these teams that's on the sideline.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot better if you change your vote to one of these teams that's on the sideline. All right. Uh, I'm gonna vote again, Nick. I'm gonna
Yeah.
use the app to vote. I'm gonna use the my phone to vote by clicking the link that is posted pinned in the YouTube comments, and that way I don't have to hashtag. I can just click it, and I'm gonna vote for the same team I voted for the last 3 picks. I'm voting for Tennessee, man.
Tennessee, man.
I think
There it
Tennessee
is.
deserves to be here at number 9, man. Uh, got some votes coming in the collective. Looks like Tennessee, a couple votes for Tennessee. And let's see here. Man, tell us well, yeah, let's look at Tennessee real quick. Uh I forgot to start the clock, but let's look at Tennessee real quick, man, and see what they had to offer here. Um Now, Tennessee is a team when I like I said, we asked about their their toughest win, right? Their biggest what would their biggest win be? Probably at Mississippi State is looking like
Mhm.
in
Mhm.
overtime, which is a game that they probably should have lost, to be honest. But I think a lot of what you see from Tennessee though is one, that offense is high powered, so people
Yeah.
respect that. When you can put up points, t teams fear you, and you get more respect in, like, polls and stuff like that because you can blow the
Yeah.
doors off people,
Yeah.
is what people see. And the fact that they were up on Georgia. They were
Mhm.
blowing Georgia off the field at one
They
point in
were.
that football
They
game,
were.
and we know what happened, right? So, they're that Georgia overtime game away from being a top 5, you know,
Yeah. Very
top 10
true.
team, like
Like, just think about that. Think about that. If just think about that Georgia. Just think about if they win that game against Georgia, and then of course you see them go 3-0 in those next couple of games. How big that Alabama game would have been?
yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like that
yeah.
would have been what two? Well, no, it wouldn't have been 250 teams. It was 2 1-loss teams basically at that time. It was still a big game, but just winning that close game at Georgia at home in overtime, you probably see a different Alabama. I mean, a different Tennessee team.
Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah,
And it
man.
was still a close game too. It was still a close game. But
It
hey,
it 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 was. Oh, even the Oklahoma game actually of those 3 games, the Oklahoma game was the one that where it looked like what Oklahoma kinda controlled more of that game than the other
Mhm.
2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, like you said, that Bama
I get
game
what
was
you're
a
saying.
toss-up until that pick 6.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Um, but they haven't that's my argument for Tennessee is, like, they just haven't looked like a bad team in any football game that they played.
Yeah, but it always like you're correct. They haven't looked like a bad team, but it always feels like something's missing.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
crazy part. It's always they don't look like a bad team, but it always feels like something's missing because either a team is coming back on them or the game is going to be extended for some reason.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, man, so we already made our case for Tennessee. We already put our votes in for Tennessee at the number 9 spot. If you're just now joining us, you're late. But but it but if you are just now joining us tonight, we're doing a special show. We may do more of this actually, I'm not sure. You guys, like I said, tell me how you guys like this format. Um, so what we're doing is we're letting the chat vote for this top 10. This is not our top 10 like we normally do. This is the chat's top 10, and we're just kind of reacting to the rankings. And so right now we're voting for the number 9 team. I've already voted. Nick's already voted. A lot of people in the chat have already voted. The way that you vote is you just hashtag which team you want to vote for in the chat,
Mhm.
right? And those hashtags are scrolling down at the bottom of the screen right there. I may need to speed them up. I don't know. But they're scrolling down there at the bottom of the screen. Again, if the team is already up here, don't vote for a team that's already up there. We're trying to pick somebody off the sideline. So make sure you voted for somebody that's on the sideline. All right. Um, and we're trying to put somebody at number 9. You can do that by dropping that hashtag in the chat. In order to do that, you got to be part of the Keyboard Collective, of course, and you do that by subscribing to the YouTube channel. Also, you can click the link that is pinned in the YouTube comments right up there at the top. It's the easiest way to vote. It's the way I voted. It's really simple. Click that link, then click the team you want to vote for, and it gets registered. And I'm just giving you guys a little bit more time to get your votes in before I flip the screen and see who do we have here at number 9. Let's see who we got. And the
Pretty sure
votes
they're gonna be
are
Tennessee.
in. Looks like Tennessee is winning. We're gonna
Tennessee.
give it a couple seconds just to. There it is. More votes for Tennessee. All
There
right,
it
so
is.
Tennessee in the landslide. Right, we got to vote for Auburn up there. We had to vote
Really?
for Auburn as the number 9
Wow.
team. Uh,
Wow.
if you voted for Auburn, if that was you, and I know you didn't hashtag in the chat because I didn't see it, but if that was
Yeah, I
you,
didn't see it either.
if that was you, tell us your argument. I'd be interested to hear that one. I mean, not
That's
disagree at all, but I'm just saying, like, give us, let us know. Drop that one on us.
that's a good
All right, man.
that's a good vote. That's a good vote. Shout out to you. Shout out to
Right.
whoever voted for Auburn.
And if you voted for Auburn, make sure you subscribe to the channel and over at Water Cooler Talk Sports. uh, so I'm gonna go ahead and clear this out, right? And we're gonna put Tennessee over there. So, all right, so let's go ahead and clear this out. Boom, reset it. And then we're gonna move over to this ranking stage. We're gonna put Tennessee up there. I've been kind of waiting on them to get off the board for a minute now. Well, we got them up there. All right. So you guys, uh, all right, man. We got. He said,
Just
he said-
wait. There's more.
all right, you guys. All right. Here's the time that we always it's always difficult. This is always a difficult decision for whoever gets this spot.
Mhm.
Well, I wouldn't call it difficult, but it's always controversial.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's always controversial. I am happy that I don't have to make that pick again.
Man, who you telling,
Right?
man? Who you
Right?
telling?
So, I am more than obliged to put this off on the chat. Um, I got my
Exactly.
feet up. You guys can't see it right now, but my feet are up. And I am not stressing about this pick at all. So for the number 10 team in the conference. Now remember, this is the last team on this board, which means all of the teams that you don't pick, they're going to be on the sideline until next week.
Mhm.
And you guys are going to be the ones responsible for it.
Mhm.
not
Mm-hmm.
me. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So the number 10 team in the conference, I'm gonna open up the votes. I'm gonna let you guys go ahead and vote for that team. If you are just tuning in, again, you're late, but welcome in. All you got to do if you want to vote for the number 10 team in the conference is those hashtags that are scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Drop one of those hashtags in the chat for the team that you think should be in the number 3 spot, right? And then put that team, and that'll register a vote for that team. And whichever team
Mm-hmm.
has the most votes is who will put at the number 10 spot. Or
Mm-hmm.
if you're watching on YouTube, which I suggest, if you're on X, come on over to YouTube. That way you can register to vote. All you got to do is click that link that is at the top of your screen, at the top of your comment section. It's pinned up there, and you can make your voice known by voting there. Um, so I'm going to use the app to vote. Mick, did you already place your vote?
No, I'm about to place it right now.
This is a difficult one. This is
It
not as
is.
easy as I want to see what you guys are thinking, man. So again, drop your votes in the chat. Uh make sure you clicking the link in the pinned comments to vote. You're only gonna get one team, right? So let's take a look at some of these options, Nick. Let's take a look at some of these options. Let's give the chat some options. Let me go ahead and start the timer so they can get some time to vote for this. So all right, as the last team on this list, some of the options. We'll go down the list. Okay. We had Auburn mentioned. Let's put Auburn up there. All right. We got Auburn. Auburn's a team with a losing record. I don't know how I feel
Mm-hmm.
about putting a team with a losing record up there, even though I would
Mm-hmm.
love to do that. And I'm pretty sure you can make a legitimate case if you wanted to.
Yeah, you surely can.
So let's move on to another team. Of course, we won't be putting Arkansas up there.
No.
All right. uh, there was an argument for Florida at one time, but
No.
that's fell through.
That
Right.
definitely fell through.
Now, here's a team that spent some time at number 10 via Nick Frazier, actually,
You right.
Kentucky Wildcats.
Kentucky.
It also has a losing record. I think that had they won at Vanderbilt, that would have been so huge for this program.
Yeah, I thought they had a chance to make. I thought they had a chance to make that a closer game than what it was, but only putting up 17 points in that game, man. But then allowing 45 points.
Mm,
Come on, man. Come on,
yeah.
man.
So what about this team, man? Well, LSU Tigers.
That's okay. I'm gonna just go ahead and just put mine out there. I voted LSU.
I voted for LSU
I
as
voted for
well.
LSU.
I
I
voted for
voted for
LSU.
LSU at number 10.
Yeah.
And the reason why I voted for LSU at number 10
They're 7-4 football
is
team.
exactly. That's the reason why I voted for them at number 10. Now, I understand the fact that, you know, we can sit here and say that Auburn, like this, the other team that I was gonna put there would probably be Auburn, but then if you talk head to head, how do you not put Kentucky over them? Especially, you know, both records being the same. So LSU, I put LSU there because the 7-4 team, 3-4. And yes, even though Auburn is playing better now, I mean, we still lost to Vanderbilt. Auburn still lost to Vanderbilt on the road.
Right.
And I don't know. Okay, maybe here's the thing. If I say this, I'm gonna put this out right now.
So
Auburn beats Alabama. I will put Auburn as the number 10 team in the
so
conference next week.
so so no Mississippi State love?
Nah, man. State.
What about with an Egg Bowl win?
Yeah. That will be a conversation.
So let me ask you this:
That would be a conversation.
if Mississippi State wins the Egg Bowl and Auburn wins the Iron Bowl, who do you
Yeah.
put at number 10?
That's a good question, man. That's a really good question, bro. That's a really good question. Because you look at Mississippi State in their past 2 games, man, they have gotten beaten like bad. Like
Yeah.
they've gotten beaten bad. You know what I'm saying? And I think they needed that bye week last week because they looked like a tired football team. They did. Mississippi State looked like a tired football team. I think with them getting rest, getting healed up, let Blake Shapen get his mind right because he's been taking a bunch of hits because that offensive line has been porous. Man, I sit here and I look at it, man. They needed that. They needed that bye week before the Egg Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, both
If
of
they
them on
win,
the bye week, actually. Mississippi
so
State and
basically,
Ole Miss.
so I would probably give the edge to Mississippi State, and here's the reason why I would probably give the edge to Mississippi State. Well, for one, both games at home. So Mississippi State is playing Ole Miss at home. Auburn is playing Alabama at home.
Right.
Well, no, my bad. I would probably give the edge to Auburn. I said that wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I would give the edge to Auburn in that simple fashion because Auburn would have knocked out a team that is trying to get to the college football playoff. Alabama loses this game, Alabama's not going to the college football playoff.
I agree with that.
Ole Miss loses this game, they're probably going to lose a coach. But they're still going to go to the college football playoff. So I would give the edge to the team that knocked the team out that's trying to get to the college football playoff. I would give Auburn that number 10 spot if Auburn wins next week.
Okay. All right, man. I agree with you. I think that's hey. I would probably favor Auburn there as well. It's simply because of how they look, man. Like top defense, offensively. Because if they beat Alabama, it's going to take that offense to look like it's a look for the last 2 weeks. So I don't know, man. Let's take a look at the chat vote for the number 10 team, right? I've already voted. I voted for LSU. You said you voted for LSU, right? Number 10 team in the conference. All the rest of the teams are going to be relegated to the sideline until next week. And this is our first fully chat voted on top 10. So we didn't have we voted, but we didn't have direct say so in these picks. This was all done via the chat. Right? So if you want to cast your vote for this last pick, right? All you got to do is hashtag the appropriate hashtag that's at the bottom, scrolling at the bottom of the screen there next to the team that you want to put in this number 10 spot. Listen, if the team is already in the top 1 through 9 up here, you probably don't want to vote for them because it's not going to count. You probably want to vote for one of these teams on the sideline. So go ahead and make your vote be known by hashtagging whichever the appropriate team in the chat. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, which is how we recommend watching this, if you're watching on Twitter or X, come on over to the YouTube. That way you can vote very, very simply by clicking the link that's pinned in the comments, and then you can just click a button and vote. That's the simplest way. That's the way I register my vote. That's the way Nick registered his vote. It's the easiest way to get this done. All right. So now let's flip over to the screen and see what you guys are thinking. I think they're thinking the same way we thinking, man. I'm not sure. Let's see what we got here.
Let's see what they say.
So the votes are in. All right. And give them a time to. It's like a tie right now, but it should refresh in just a second. Boom. All right. Wow.
Whoa. Okay. All right.
Wow. Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Well.
Wow.
Well.
Wow.
That is surprising.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Wow.
what we have here is on our first fan-inspired top 10, we have the Auburn Tigers as number 10 team in the conference.
Number 10 team in the
as
conference.
as voted by the chat.
Wow. Wow. I thought this would be next week if Auburn wins. Man, that's wow, man.
We still have one vote for Alabama, which is
I don't understand that.
It's dedication. It is. It is dedication. So, man, you guys have spoken. Listen, if you voted for Auburn in this, tell us why in the chat. Let us see that, man. Let us know why you voted for Auburn. I want to see why, man. See, listen, we get called biased a lot. I just want you guys to know. We get called biased a lot. But to see you guys come together and vote for Auburn. A lot of people's gonna see this and think that we did it. But no,
I didn't.
we didn't. This
I
is
voted
this is
LSU.
this is the people's vote. I voted LSU
Yeah.
as well. So vast majority of you guys voted Auburn. By all means, like I said, put in the chat why you voted Auburn. But we're gonna go ahead and move them over there, man. Listen, my Auburn Tigers, number 10 team in the conference, as voted
Mm,
for, as voted for by the Keyboard Collective.
man,
Stamp,
that is
seal, sign, delivered.
that's I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. That is a pleasant surprise. That is a pleasant surprise on this here November 25th in the year of our Lord 2025. That is a very pleasant surprise. And you know what? I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it, bro, because if you make the argument and you telling me that Auburn is playing better than
Look at this.
LSU, they playing better than Mississippi State, they playing better than Kentucky as a team, I'll take it. But what happened? What happened?
Look at this.
As a member of the Auburn delegation, I think we are in final form and have a chance to compete with anybody now that we have fired out. That's probably the best reason why you put them at 10.
Right.
Man, that's great.
That's
That's great.
hilarious, man.
That is great, man.
That's hilarious.
That is great.
Man, so this is the top. This is the top. So this is the top 10 here, and it's voted. This week was actually voted on by the fans, right?
Yes, it was.
This
Yes, it
was
was.
voted on strictly by the fans. We did it a different way. You guys made your voices heard, and you picked the top 10 teams in the conference. Man, what do you think about this format, Nick? You think we should stick to
I
this? How do you
love this format. I love this format. Getting everybody in the chat to enter to get into the vote. I love this format. I really do.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
really enjoy this format, man. This is
The only thing I hate is that I didn't come to this conclusion sooner.
a dope format.
Yeah,
This
you
is
guys
dope.
let me know what you guys think about it. Just being able to vote like that and having a voice in the entire top 10 as opposed to us picking them. Now we probably still do some draft style stuff, maybe. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards this type of format. I think you guys enjoy having your voice heard like that. So let us know, man. Uh, if you don't like it, if you don't dig it, you dig the old format better, by all means, let us know that too. We'll go back to that. Simple as that.
Let's stay here.
Yeah, keyboard collective where your comments are the currency. So all you got to do is comment if you want to donate to the name, image, and likeness here of SECZN. So man, this is our top 10 for this week, as voted on by the chat. We have nothing to do with that. So let's take a look at some of these comments, man, that are coming in real quick and just see what we have here. Got Tim the Two Man saying this is the best format, Tez. Hey, I like it too,
I
Tim.
second that
I
motion.
like it. I like it.
I second that.
Mike McKinney said, I like it, everyone involved. Yeah, I like it too, man. I love it. I
I
love it.
like it.
I think we may do more of this. And then it says Vandy Chris, we tried to pull Vandy. Put Vandy ahead of Alabama out of spite. We were one vote off. Yeah, Vandy Chris, you meant yeah. Oh yeah, shout out to Vandy Chris. He did put in here that he couldn't make it, man.
Yeah, he
Hey,
did.
oh,
Shout out to Vandy Chris.
it's all good, man. We listen, whenever you can make it, you're always welcome, man. So it's all good. And I was kind of last minute getting you the info too. He said you wouldn't want me on tonight. Would have been a massive rant about the college football rankings. Hold there. Yeah, I didn't even look at the rankings yet, man. We were so caught up in this that I didn't even get a chance to look at them. I might pull them up in here in a second, see if I can put them on screen, if I can find it.
Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. L. Duncan and ESPN are fully parting ways.
Yeah, she's going to Netflix.
Netflix to be the face of their sports division,
Yeah.
which I'm trying to tell y'all. I had a feeling that was gonna happen, man. Had a feeling that was gonna happen.
Mhm.
Netflix trying to get into that live sports game. I see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
They've already
Okay.
done it. Once they did the fights, they that was them just like, oh, okay, we can do this now.
But then, they did. Well, they do WWE already.
Yeah, yeah.
Monday Night Raw, and they did the NFL Christmas games last year.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, they did. They sure did. They sure did.
They did
Yeah.
NFL Christmas games last year, and it looked really good. I'm gonna just say this. No slight to Amazon Prime, because you never know. You can probably get a deal with Amazon Prime in the future. But if I had to pick
Mhm.
between the two, I'd probably lean Netflix.
But so Netflix has like a standard of equipment that you must use to get on Netflix.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not
yeah.
like you can't just film it on anything and then put it on Netflix. Like, no, it's a whole list of equipment that they only accept for you to use.
Wow.
So the barrier to entry is already expensive when you start
Mm,
talking about it. Um, so we got Auburn lost a coach and showed marked improvement. LSU lost a coach and stayed the same.
mhm.
And the coach LSU lost was 1,000 times better than the coach that Auburn lost.
That
That
is
is a
the
great
point.
point. That's a great point. That's a great point. Uh, yeah, this is his comment about our final form. Mike McKinney said, "At this point, I feel like we will beat all these teams right now."
Mm.
Mhm. What do you think about that, Nick? How many teams you think Auburn would beat? That's in the top 10 right now.
In the
One
top
on
10
one.
right now, as the way as Auburn is currently constructed against the rest of these top tens. I mean, against the rest of these teams.
Mhm.
I think Auburn could beat Missouri, Alabama, Oklahoma,
Mhm.
Georgia, Texas.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go Georgia, Oklahoma, Alabama, Texas, Missouri. I think Tennessee could probably score more. We would probably be able to score a little bit more because they're just that high powered. I think Texas A&M is. I think when we played Texas A&M, we played Texas A&M right before they just kind of took off to where they are now, and I think Texas
Mm.
A&M is legit. Ole Miss can score, so I don't know about that one.
Mm.
Uh, Everybody else, I think we can beat. As currently
Yeah.
constructed right now, I think Auburn can beat everybody else. Georgia, Oklahoma, Alabama, Texas, Missouri. I think they could beat those teams.
I agree
You know
with
what?
that.
I put Tennessee in there too as well because I think Auburn's defense is better than that. I throw Tennessee in there as well. I think Auburn could beat every team on this list except Texas A&M and Ole Miss.
Mm. Hmm. Yeah. I think they could beat Texas A&M though.
You think so?
I don't think Texas A&M offense is good enough. Like if we're like when I look back at the Texas A&M game, their offense kind of stumbled along to a win against our defense.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if we had just a tad bit better offense in that football game, we would have beat them. I feel
Okay,
like
so
if we
okay.
play that team again, we with some efficient offense, we beat them.
You think you beat them? You think
Yeah.
Auburn beat them?
I mean, because
That's a fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Texas A&M doesn't have a dominating offense. They kind of just that's why teams aren't respecting them like that. You know what I mean? Like in terms
Here's
of an offensive team, they're kind of just
here's
they get a play
he,
out of Marcel Reed when they get it, like when they need it. Of course, he makes big plays, but he isn't
here
like.
is
You go ahead.
here's why I would disagree because I think Mario Craven, Casey Concepcion, Terry Boosie.
Yeah,
I think those
great
are three
receiving core.
dynamic guys. You know what I'm saying? I think those are three dynamic guys. And Auburn does have the propensity to get beat in the secondary at certain times. So I
Mm,
think that the pass rush would have to be, I think Auburn's pass rush would have to be on point in that game to confuse Marcel Reed. And then you have to have an Elijah Melendez, Xavier Atkins spying him on the back end to make sure that they're able to run with him and make sure that his legs don't become a factor in the game.
Mhm.
But I mean, I would still lean Texas A&M if they play right now. Ole Miss, I think Ole Miss just clicking on all cylinders right now, man. I think they are just in a flow state. That's just how that's how
Yeah.
I view Ole Miss. I think they are just in a flow state. Like
They
it's gonna
just
take a lot to beat them. But here's the
they're a
thing
tough
though.
team, man.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. I think Mississippi State has a legit chance of beating them this week, especially at home. That is a home game for Mississippi State. I think they have a good chance. I think they
Now,
do. I'm not saying they will win the game, but I think they have a good chance of beating them.
I feel like the Egg Bowl is one of those rivalries where the underdog wins a lot. I don't know if that's true. I'd be
But
interested to
hey,
look that up, but it feels like the underdog wins the Egg Bowl a lot.
I want to make sure before I say this, I want to make sure that I'm correct before I say this. So I need to check this real quick. Let me make sure I'm right before I say this out loud. Give me 1 second. Give me one
Okay.
second.
Ready.
Mississippi State is favored in that game by 7.5 points. Excuse me, no, my bad. I'm sorry.
I was about to say that's impossible.
Ole Miss is favored by 7.5 points. I'm sorry, I
Right.
said that wrong. I was looking at the wrong thing. Ole Miss is favored by 7.5 points.
But that's still like I mean, we're talking about a team that's on a national scale in terms of being able to win a national championship and to be favored against an unranked team by 7.5 points. I think that gives you a lot of,
It tells you
a
what
lot of
they.
people respect this rivalry and they respect Mississippi State. I think offensively, you'd be a fool not to respect Mississippi State.
Of course, yeah, of course. I agree with you there. You'll be a fool not to sit there and be like, what Mississippi State really? Nah, Mississippi State legit. They legit.
Got Huggy saying the real question is, could AU beat these teams if in Dirk and Knicks were placed all season?
I
Mm,
believe they would. I
yeah.
believe they would.
Yeah, what's scary about Auburn right now is like imagine the continuity.
Mm,
Like we're seeing a team that's well, albeit they've been running these schemes in practice, so that's why the execution looks the way it does. But we're seeing a team that essentially um is in the beginning stages of like putting a plan together on offense and seeing it
and
on
you
the
about to,
field.
and you about to go hire a guy that has nothing to do with that. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
and just imagine had this team. Imagine if this was week 2. Imagine how you
Yeah.
would feel about this team if this was week 2 in this offense, and the first week they went out against Vanderbilt and lost the game, but they put up over 500 yards of offense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
we would have a different feeling about this football team. And what would that team also look like at this point in the season?
Yep.
So that's a
Yep.
scare that is if you're an Auburn fan, you gotta be disappointed in that part of it, man. Like,
Very disappointed.
'cause I
Very.
mean, you're talking about by now in the season with those two, with Knicks' offense, you know, what what happens during the season is like offenses develop wrinkles. That's where your trick plays come into. That's where your little nuances of your offenses come into. Like Knicks hasn't had the opportunity against good competition to see what we do well
Mm-hmm.
and build a
Mm-hmm.
game plan off of that. So
Yep.
like, bro, when I look at that Auburn team and I think about how efficient that offense looks, like, man, this offense could have been scary good this year. Like scary all time. It 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 made me think about when you said at the beginning of the year that Jackson Arnold was a Heisman Trophy candidate. And like you see it. You see why. You see if you watch that Vanderbilt game, you see what Ashton Daniels did, and you ask
I
yourself,
try to
if
I
this
try
if
to
this
tell
happens
y'all, man.
if this happens throughout an entire year and the quarterback that is responsible for this and putting up these numbers is definitely a Heisman Trophy candidate.
I was
Definitely in New
trying.
York.
I see now. I hope people understand why what I was saying. What I was saying. I was not crazy when I was saying it.
Well,
I was
I
trying to
think
tell people that.
Hugh Freeze made a lot of us sound crazy.
He did. He did. That's the
played a
reason
lot of
why.
this
That's
time.
the reason why. Like when I'm not going. I'm not going to put out privileged information, but I will say when I found some stuff out, that's when I started having doubts around March, April about my prediction. But I was too far in saying certain stuff. But it is
Yeah.
what it is. But so I just stuck with it. I just kept it going because I was like, man, maybe it would, maybe it would turn around and it'd be different. And man,
Yeah.
was I wrong? Was I wrong? Made me look like a fool. But I'll be all right though.
All right, man. We gonna get ready to get up out of here, man. I kept you guys too long. I just wanted to make sure that you guys check out the new format. If you were here for it, man, let us know. Look, it's like a lot of you guys like the format. Nick says he liked the format. I kind of
I
enjoy
love
it
the
too.
format. I
Take
love the
that
format.
take that pressure off of me, man. I don't necessarily
That's
want
what I'm saying. Dude,
it.
we all wear that evenly. It is what it
Yeah.
is.
So, man, if you're just tuning in, what we did was a live ranking of teams by the chat, right? The chat got to vote.
Mm-hmm.
Chat ranked this uh entire ranking this week. It's the first time we did this. We may bring this back next week after rivalry week. That should be an interesting one. So let me go ahead and get over to let's see here. Oh, we got Slud Up Durkin said
Yeah.
I missed the stream, but this is dope. Yeah, man, you got to check this one out. We actually let the chat rank all the teams. Man, it was pretty fun. And this is what they came up with, Slud Up Durkin. So if you don't like these
Yeah.
rankings, take it up with everybody in the chat. All right. All right. So you guys, and don't forget again, January 13th, we are accepting let me see if that is it. We will be we will be having an officer election. Is electing officers. We need a president. We need a vice president. We need a sergeant at arms. Well, we need all of these spots here for this election. So if you want to be nominated or you have somebody you want to be nominated, just email us at info@itsseczn.com and drop their name in there. If you want your name to be nominated, drop it in there before January 13th because we'll be live voting for it. All right. So just wanted to say that. Also, I think I think next week, I think next
Oh,
week
God.
or maybe next week or the week after, I don't know. Either a week after the season or a week after the SEC championship, I also want to let you guys know that we will be putting together the all SEC season team. Um,
Yeah.
I don't have a graphic for it just yet, but I will. And we're gonna be voting for that. I may let the chat vote for that. That may be an interesting one right there. Vote for
Are you
the.
doing it? Are you gonna do it by size of the ball? Or you gonna do all of them at one time?
I think I'm gonna do them by sides of the football because it's a long
Okay.
list if we do all of them at one time.
Okay.
Uh, but yeah, we're gonna be putting together our own SEC season team. I'm working hard right now to get all the graphics and everything laid out so that we can have a successful vote. Also, in between that time too, be on the lookout. I am doing a live SEC trivia, but we're
Mm.
only going to be using things from this season. So it won't be from previous seasons. It'll only be from this season. So it'll be stats, it'll be key facts from this season. And whoever wins that, it's a pretty dope platform. Same here. You just put your answers in the chat. It registers it finds out who's the winner. And whoever wins that, uh, I don't know if you guys remember this trophy. Uh, they'll win that, the SEC season trophy, the official one designed by Coach Carl at On the Block Sports. Now, I may throw in that content camera too. So be on the lookout for that episode, probably after the SEC championship or something like that. But we're gonna be that one should be interesting. That one should be an interesting watch. But again, take a gander here at these rankings. Again, tonight we did it a little bit different. We let the chat rank all of these. So these are not our rankings. These are all chat rankings. Everybody voted. We got to see it in real time. Please go check it out on the rewatch. It was pretty dope. We probably bring this format back again by popular demand. So about this time, Nick, man, I mean, I know we got a new format, but we still got to cue up the outro, man.
Yes, sir.
If all hearts and minds are clear on this, we're gonna get ready to get up out of here, guys.
Yeah.
This is a good one, man. I like the format. Everybody seemed like they had a good time. So we're gonna run this back probably next week, same time. What you think, Nick? What you think about this one overall?
It's a great show, man. I like the form. I love the format, man. I love it. I like the interactiveness. I like when everybody is able to get their opinions heard, get their thoughts heard, man. That's great. And Bama 21-26. I just saw your question when it popped up. The last time I know the answer to this question. The reason why I know this is because this is why I know this. This was in the last time game day was at the Iron Bowl was in 2020 because the Iron Bowl was actually in December during that time. It wasn't in November.
That's an interesting one. That's dope that you know that, man.
Yes.
We got Dwight here. Dwight coming in, F them trees, you my ops right now. Hey, man. What can I say? Hey, Dwight, man, you missed one, man. I want to get your list, man. If you still in the chat before we get out of here, man, throw your list up. I'll throw it up on the screen. But you missed one, man. We let the chat pick the list and everything tonight. It was pretty dope. So the list that you saw on the last one, that wasn't me and Nick picking those. That was everybody in the chat voted on each and every pick, and they came up with a list. So if it isn't to your liking, then blame them. Don't blame us. We ain't got nothing to do with it. Hands free. He said
the same as ours.
Hey, man, what can I say? You got Sharp checking in. What's going on, Sharp?
What's up, Sharp?
Hey, man, that was a big one you had over there, man. I'm gonna go make sure I go check that one out on the rewatch.
Yeah.
Let's see here. We got Slugged Up Durkin coming in saying Ty is good for throwing at least 2 INTs to his op in each game. So I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. That's interesting. You know, like they have. What's interesting about Alabama? I know we're supposed to be getting up out of here, but I gotta say this. What's interesting about Alabama is like at the beginning of the year, the offense was at the top of the conference, and the defense was like middle of the conference. And now the defense is at the top of the conference, and the offense is at like middle of the conference.
The middle part of the conference, like number 8 offense in the conference always.
Yeah, Sharp saying shout out to Dukes. Yeah, if y'all missed it, man, Sharp had Phillip Dukes on stream tonight live. So make sure you go over there and tap in with that. I'm pretty sure it was a dope one. I hate I missed it. Let's see here. But yeah, man, we about to get ready to get up out of here, man. Nick Frazier, tell the people where to find you at, man, if they don't know already.
What a cool to talk sports, man. You can come over there and chop it up with us, man. We are on the way to 900 subs. Don't know how many I think we're like 115 away, if I'm not mistaken. 115, 114 away from hitting 1,000. So we're trying to hit 1,000 subs before the end of the year, but we're close to hitting 900. So if you would, please go over there and hit that up, man. We just restarted doing the water cooler talk clip series. So if you've been liking those videos, man, we did Monday why this Iron Bowl is important. This morning we did the Derek Nix one. Tomorrow morning we're talking about both quarterbacks. So man, I'm telling you, don't want to miss. They come out 7 a.m. Central Standard Time, Monday through Friday. Sometimes we'll drop some off on the weekend. But yeah, man, come over there to Water Cooler Talk Sports. Hit the subscribe button. We appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us as always. And shout out to Tez for always allowing me to come over here and chop it up over here at SECZN always, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, all right, man. Yeah, make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to Water Cooler Talk Sports, man. They're doing a lot of good work, hard work. That Derek Nix video is fire. Like I said, watch that early this morning. I can't wait to see what you got to say about these quarterbacks, man. That's got a lot of feelings about it myself. So like, I can't wait to see what you got to say about it, man. It's gonna be interesting. All right, man. So and make sure you go subscribe, y'all. Before I get out here, I got to make sure you guys go subscribe to all the platforms that I deal with or associated with, man. That is Water Cooler Talk Sports. That is also Sharpshooter Sports Talk. You got Coach Sean at JMHO Sports. You got Auburn Addicts DC. I think it's Auburn _Addicts TV at DC Wolf. Then you got Tight Alabama Sports Megacast. Then Coach Carl at On the Block Sports. Then you got Jonathan over at T-Town Media. Like all of these guys, if I'm missing somebody, please don't charge it to my head, not my heart. It's just a long list to keep up with. I gotta write it down, man. Good idea. But yeah, man. And also, if you're watching and you're not subscribed to this channel, if you're on X and you're watching on X, and I know you're watching on X because I can see it. I see you watching. I'm looking dead at it. Come on over to YouTube, man, and subscribe to us. And that way you won't miss when we go live, man, and when we do these ranking shows like this. And yeah, we got more content coming as well, so you won't miss on that. Come on over and subscribe, man, to SECZN, the most interactive SEC platform on the planet, man. Striving to do that each and every show, trying to make that happen. So I appreciate you guys once again in the collective, man. It's always a pleasure. Listen, you guys could be doing anything with your time, but you choose to give me a couple hours of your time, which is kind of weird for me, honestly, but it's pretty dope. So I appreciate you more than you ever know. And as always, man, it is SECZN. I am Tez, and we are out. Peace.